based out of Pune in India. We are fortunate to be working as architects and planners for a project which is called a Federation Enclave in Aizawl, Mizoram in Northeast India. I'm very happy to introduce you to Professor Christopher Charles Benninger. Professor Benninger came to India in 1971. He's been in India for almost 50 years working on some of the finest projects of this country. He has worked on some of the largest developments when it comes to housing societies like Lodha Belmondo in Pune with about 3,000 housing units. Now he has come up with some wonderful ideas and apartments. So Professor Benninger has come up with ideas for housing of the people who belong to Mizoram Government Employees Housing Society, Federation of Mizoram Government Employees Workers in Aizawl, Mizoram, Blue Mountain Construction Engineering and Services Private Limited, promoted by Engineer Parth Pratik, who approached us to help him out with the architectural design of this project. And today I will ask Professor Benninger to highlight some of the features that he's bringing in as elements of design in Federation Enclave. Professor.
It's lovely to discuss this project because I think it's probably the most important project in the whole of the northeast region of India. This in Mizoram is the very first RERA project, Real Estate Regulation Act, and this is number 1. And because of this project, RERA has opened an office in Aizawl. And let me tell you, RERA is an act to protect buyers. Previously, real estate developers had a free hand, and now everything is regulated and controlled, and less deception can take place. This is a very major point about this project. Another one is that this is a client-driven project. This is a project actually started by a union of employees of the government of Mizoram. They have been involved in the design from every part of the design, from the planning, the unit planning, and the layouts. It's very important to note that this would be one of the first high-rise communities, you could call it a small township, in the Northeast. I think it's also important to note all the hill stations of India have developed in a very chaotic, over-densified clusters of kind of becoming modern urban jungles. If you go into Nainital or into Aizawl, you'll find buildings are built wall to wall. You'll walk in on the first floor, go up 3 floors and look down 8 or 10 floors. And the roads are terribly steep slopes, and it's a very chaotic kind of development. This development covers only 24% of the site, leaving 76% of the site open for the people to use. This project creates parking for everybody. It has 3-wheel parking, it has 2-wheel parking, and there are more units of parking space than there are units of housing. So it's an important project, and it's a project which is going to have a mark on the entire Northeast. It will become a prototype. It will be copied by everyone. So please see this project, study this project, and consider living in this project, because it's not just a house, it's a lifestyle.
Professor, what are the type of units and what are the special features of this particular project?
Okay, see, there are basically 3 types of units. The largest number of units, about 190 units, are 3-bedroom units. Now, first of all, these 3-bedroom units are larger in area than most of the 3-bedroom flats you would find in cities like Bombay, Pune, Delhi. These flats, 3-bedroom flats, are about 1,033 square feet of carpet area, not built-up area, carpet area. So they're good-sized flats. They're designed in a way related to how people in Mizoram live, not how people in Bombay or Pune live. The layouts of the flats have been studied and worked with the local people. Then we have more units in the 3-bedroom, about 190, and we have about 76 units in the 2-bedroom flats. Again, these are larger flats than you find in Pune and Bombay. These flats are a good size, well laid out, and they're really worth looking at. Now, the 4-bedroom flats are 1,334 square feet carpet area. That's a really good size apartment, and it's a flat that has a spark of luxury. It's for people with larger families, perhaps, maybe multiple workers in the family who have a little higher incomes and they can afford a higher equated monthly installment we call EMI. So people have a range of choice between what kind of apartment they want to buy, where they would fit in. If you're near retirement, you may like a 2-bedroom because your family is going to disperse and you don't want to maintain a large apartment in your old age. Another thing is this is not just covering 24% and having open space. We have amenities, like there is a restaurant here, multi-cuisine. There's a 200-seater public multi-purpose hall. You could have weddings, you could have events, you could have all kinds of things happening there. And there's also a small shopping department store for food and daily requirements, house cleaning, equipment, etc. So it has everything, including recreation facilities, open spaces, places to walk, places to meet your friends, and for a community to develop. If you go into Aizawl, no community can develop on the crowded streets which are full of two-wheelers, taxis, cars, people rushing. This is a place where people can relax and where people can enjoy life.
Let me add to the list of goodies that you have said about this project, Professor. I think we have worked very clearly to solve the problem of parking by introducing mechanized multi-level parking in this particular project. I think we are also looking at like giving 24 hours backup electricity supply and clean water. There is going to be a rainwater harvesting, as well as there's going to be a very good like sewage treatment plant. These are some of the unique features of this particular project which makes it very modern. Do you agree with me?
Yes, it is. I would say it's a prototype. You mentioned parking. We have about 344 units and about 350 four-wheeler parking and another 200 two-wheeler parking. Everybody knows in Aizawl there's no parking space at all. So this would be the first project that guarantees everyone at least one parking space for a four-wheeler, and people can also park a second vehicle in this scheme. And it's a scheme which is on the edge of town. It's quieter. There's a lot of nature around. The skies are blue. The air is clean. So it's a totally different living experience than living in other places in the Northeast, urban places.
Considering Mizoram is such a faraway place, and if I remember, you and I visited about 4 years back and we met all the officials. We had a lovely time in Aizawl. Why did you take up this particular project in the first place?
Yes, it's interesting because it's in the far east of India. It's not easy to get to. It's a remote area. But when I met Parth, the promoter of the Blue Mountain Group, he told me about his life in Mizoram, his father living there, and his love for the people of Mizoram and the countryside, and that he wanted to do something new, something world-class, but not just world-class, but something which is the best. I personally went to Mizoram for the first time 30 years ago, in the early 1990s, and at that time I was the local guardian in Pune for about 250 boys from the Northeast studying in different colleges in Pune, and I was very interested in their life and their unique culture. So for me, it was a chance to go to a place and make a contribution which I knew about, I had visited before, I liked, but it was still a dream. So now it's a dream come true. I'm able to make some kind of contribution into the Northeast.
So, Professor Christopher Benninger, as an architect and a master planner, you have built so many more projects, but you have always built projects for the communities and for the people. So, do you have a message for the people who are going to buy into this scheme or going to live in this particular project?
Yes, I would say my message is that life is beautiful, that if we work together as a community, that is the team, I think we can create something uniquely beautiful, not just in the Northeast, but in India. We can create a community. And I think that's the most important thing people look forward to, a community with open space, with amenities, with other activities besides just work and rushing home. So I wish you all the best, and thank you very much.